microphone today, so I'm going to leave it on all messages, but I probably won't be answering a lot of questions or anything. I'm just going to work out, we'll chat a little bit, but you won't be able to hear me most of the stream, obviously. So, microphone's missing. I don't know where it went. I thought I had it in my car, but I don't know where it went. So. What's up, Saray? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. All right, let's get warmed up. We're gonna slap. What's up? How's it going, Jamal? Just slap 225 on. It does, right? Well, you know, I'm a little biased on the coaching thing because I am a coach, but I've never personally used a coach. Now, I've had coaches that have given me advice before that I know personally when I first started powerlifting, but I've kind of taken it on my own from there. But a good powerlifting coach can be super beneficial. To keep you tracking, because another set of eyes on your program is a big thing. So you look at a program one way, but a coach that's been programming for years might look at it completely different. How's it going? All right, let's hit this 225. But yeah, a good powerlifting coach is always an advantage. Nice, welcome all the way from Italy. I appreciate you being here. All right. Gotta get warmed up. Then it's nice. Sounds awesome. All right. Got a dog here on the pants. All right, let's slap some more weight on. We're gonna go 275 and continue warming up. All right. $275. We're gonna hit this for a single, and then we're gonna stack some big pull weight on there. Might go. Obviously, the next step is 315. Still gonna be in warm-up mode at 315, and then we'll talk about real weight. Let's get it. All right, easy work, obviously. Let's go 315, get a signal on a 315, and then we'll play around with some more weight. That would be a good option, it'd be an awesome option. 315. Having family coach is always a great thing because you know they're only looking out to make you as good as you can be. Sometimes having coaches that also compete, it kind of ties into like they also have to program themselves and stuff. So if you have family that's coaching you, you don't got to worry about them having other opportunities in the sport that they're actively trying to make you the best at. Yeah. Appreciate that. All right, 315. We're gonna hit this for a quick single. We're gonna hit 315 for a quick single. I think I've been informed. I've been told I'm strong. The general consensus is I'm pretty strong. Moving smooth. 365 is my PR. I think we got more in the tank though. If we feel good, we might go for it today. I've got a second pre-workout here. I've already taken pre-workout. This one's to keep me going through the workout. So plenty caffeinated. I'm feeling good today. So who knows what numbers we'll do today. Yesterday I went up to 335 or 345. I can't remember which one it was. It felt good. So do you have to have a certificate for coaching? The answer is yes and no. Legally, no. So in most states, I don't know if there's any states that require a license to be a coach, as far as like powerlifting, personal training, but most gyms require it for insurance purposes. You can be a personal trainer or a coach, at least in the state of South Carolina, certification isn't required. It's just something that's a good idea to have. There's a lot of stuff to learn. Also, it's just good to show that you know what you're doing. As far as required licensing, personal training and like sports coaching, other than maybe if you're working at a collegiate level, like working with schools that are like state funded and stuff, you probably need, obviously need a degree to get most of those jobs. But as far as personal training and stuff, powerlift coaching, bodybuilding coaching, stuff like that, World Strongest Man coaching, or just weight loss, or muscle gain, or whatever you're doing, you legally don't need a certification. So. I would say most of the best coaches I know got certified later on in life. They built a coaching platform, like they built a group, a pretty solid like base, and then they needed to get on with a big gym to kind of fill out the weak spots. They usually get certified once they get on with a big box gym, right? Like a place like Move or like a Gold's Gym or a Planet Fitness. They require certifications to work there generally, but most of the best coaches I know didn't have that before they got to those gyms. They ended up getting those out of necessity when they went to work for a gym. And most of them, if they go solo, they usually don't renew them on a regular basis at that point. They'll get them, they'll work for a gym until they've got their client base established. They'll go on their own, do their own thing. Some of them keep up with them, some don't, But I'll tell you, one of the best coaches I know, he wasn't certified when I met him, but he was an amazing coach. He had a lot of clients, amazing coach, but wasn't certified when I met him. He got certified later. One of the best coaches I know. Still one of the best coaches I know. All right, we got 325 on here. We're gonna hit 325 real quick. Let me grab a couple sips of my whole milk and then we'll hit back honestly, if you're pretty solid as far as like consistency and knowing what you need to do, a coach, the best part of having a coach at that point. So it's always good to have a second set, like I said, a second set of eyes on a program and really watching you do the program. Not even making the program necessarily. You want them to do that if they're coaching you to some extent. But a lot of the time it's like having the world's best workout partner, right? They're watching for these small things, like these small changes in the way that you move or your lifting patterns, the way the bar moves, is it shaking, are you uneven? Like they're seeing these things that you can't see, right? And those micro adjustments sometimes, they're small in the moment, but over time they add up and can make huge differences. Like I had a client, I've talked about this before. He came in, he was benching around like 165, 175. And within 6 months, he was benching 325 pounds, right? Now, obviously, that's a big jump in 6 months, right? You're like, that's not possible, Chris. You can't coach that, right? Now, can I just magically make that much muscle appear on their body? No. But he had that. He just needed adjustments, like some major adjustments as far as how he was working out and how he was doing things. He had the muscle and the strength to move more weight. The potential was there, but that coaching taught him how to use it, right? So it did add a lot of muscle. He added a lot of strength, but it was one of those things that like he just needed to learn some of those intricacies, and his bench skyrocketed, right? And then he competed at the end of that year. We've been benching. It's been 12 minutes. We've already gone up to 325. We're benching, promise. There's rest periods, especially in powerlifting, are important. All right. A lot of people don't realize that powerlifters, they rest a long time for a reason. They rest a long time for a reason. Jamal probably knows this. If you ever see a powerlifter resting for, up to like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes at a time, when we go to competition, we sometimes have 15, 20 minutes between lifts. Like you might wait 15 minutes before you lift again, right? So you got to get used to being able to lift, go completely cold, and lift again. So if you don't train like you compete, you're not going to do well, right? Because you're not going to get to do lift, right? It's lift, wait for 20 people, lift, wait for 20 people, lift. You're not lifting like back to back to back. You have to learn to lift while your body's not high energy the whole time. That's why you see power lifters at meets between lifts slamming snacks, because your blood sugars and your adrenaline, your nervous system is like constantly freaking out, right? So it's like, oh yeah, I'm up, I'm ready, boom, hit a lift, heavy lift, whatever. Now I've got to wait 10, 15 minutes while other people lift. It's one of those things of like, if I don't prep my body for that, when I get to competition, it's going to feel wonky. So. What's up? Happy Wednesday, anyway. I'm thinking about doing 30 minutes cardio 4 times a week with powerlifting. I personally don't do any cardio. I don't ever add cardio as an item in my workout. I haven't done like specifically cardio ever in my powerlifting workouts, and that's been years. I lift at a volume that I lift 6 days a week, full body, and I bench 7 days a week right now. So I work out every day. My cardio, believe it or not, guys, I have really good cardio. Like I can sprint, I can run distance, I can do those things. I can swim, and I don't just get out of breath, right? But that's general fitness, right? I lift daily, and I eat really well. And I'm not sedentary as far as my lifestyle. if you're not super sedentary, I don't think it's 100% necessary, in my opinion. A lot of people disagree with me. They say cardio is king, right? You got to do cardio. Cardio has to happen. If you don't do cardio, you're not going to get strong. I'm a case study myself for the fact that it is not always 100% necessary. Now, if you like it, if you enjoy cardio, if you feel like it helps you, do it. I'm not your coach personally, right? So if you like cardio, do cardio. I don't do cardio. I'm single digit body fat. I don't do cardio. So. Calling what? Calling what? If you eat the calories you burn with cardio, just with cardiovascular health. So with powerlifting, it's the same as a bulk cut, right? If you're in excess of calories, you're going to put on weight. If you're in a deficit of calories, you're going to lose. Now, how lean those calories are is going to be dependent on how much that becomes muscle and how much that becomes, body fat. But here's the thing, I eat 5,000 calories a day personally, so close to, not always exactly 5,000. It could be 4,500 one day, and it could be 5,100 the other day. So. What's up? What's up? How's it going, Victoria? Welcome to the stream. All right, we've got another lift in, so let's do this. We got 15, 25, 35. I don't know if you guys can hear me. We've got 335 to hit real quick. We're gonna knock this out, and then we'll talk some more. Let's go. Fun times. So as far as will cardio affect that? If you're still eating in excess, you're not going to lose a ton of muscle or anything. Cardio itself doesn't just get rid of muscle, right? It's calories in, calories out. If you're getting enough protein, you're not going to lose muscle. If you're getting enough calories, you're not going to lose weight. If you're just doing it for cardiovascular, just making sure you're still getting enough calories to offset the calories burned is what's going to matter, right? So if you're burning 10,000, you're burning 3,000 calories and 1,500 is cardio or something, some crazy number, right? As long as you're getting 3,100 calories, you're not going to lose any weight, right? It's basic laws. It's a law of thermodynamics. You're not. You have to be in a deficit of energy to lose body weight, right? Calories are just energy. So when your body doesn't know what to do with the energy, it stores them. When your body doesn't have enough energy, it draws on the stores, right? And everything in your body that's not an organ essentially qualifies as an energy store. Muscle, fat, those things, the muscle and fat are your two main energy stores, right? So muscle and fat are where your body's gonna reach and pull from, right? So depending on what it needs. So if it wants quick energy, it's gonna be drawing on the fat and the muscle at the same time a lot of the time. To keep your organs running, right? That's why those cuts can be dangerous sometimes. Alright. That was 335. I say we go 340. Let's go 340. We'll add another 5 pounds to this. All right, we got 340 pounds on here. We're gonna hit this in about 60 seconds, give or take. And then we'll probably do a drop set. If it feels really good, we'll go up. It's a fun time. time. It's a fun time today. I feel really good today. I honestly feel really good today. And it's not like overly busy here, so you know, it's one of the things of like there's enough energy in the building. Now, I will say the music choice not always great. I don't even know what's playing right now, but. All right, 340. We're gonna hit this here in about, we'll say 30 more seconds. I got a little timer up here. I don't know if it's perfect, but it's a timer. All right, let's get some milk and let's hit it. I don't refer to it as a max. I'm one of those people that I think words matter. It is my PR though. 365 is my PR. Now, do I have a max that I'll like go to in a day? I never know what number I'm going to go for until I see how I feel, right? So. All right, 340. Let's hit it. We're within 25 pounds of my PR right now. I don't think I need a spotter for it though. I think it'll be fine. Let's go. Let's go. Not bad. I feel a little unbalanced today though. Like I feel like when I'm lining up, right? I feel like I'm not lining up perfect. Well, I'm not bracing enough. Maybe I'm not bracing enough. I feel off. Does that make sense? I don't feel perfect laying down on the bench. Like I feel good, like my form is where it needs to be. I just think I'm in my own head. But we're gonna drop this. We're gonna go. We'll go 225 for 7 real quick. Make it nice and easy. And then we'll go curl. We'll go curl next. All right, we got our drop set. We got our drop set weight on there, right? I wouldn't qualify it as working weight necessarily. It's pretty much. At this point, I feel like I should be increasing the 225 drop set at the end. I feel like I probably need to move it to 250. We might do that today. We might go ahead and slap an extra like 25 pounds on here. Because 225 for 7 has just gotten very routine for me. Also looking at possibly increasing my warm-ups from 135. Because I usually start with 135 for 7. I'm thinking 250 for 7 for a quick burn, you know. Just like a pow pow, just a quick knockout of that drop set. Is 250 still reasonable as far as like, you know, it's a very easy 7 to hit for me. But it's not as easy as the 225, I feel like. So we'll try. We'll try today. All right, 250. We're gonna hit this for a quick 7.
I'm gonna try and get myself lined up right. Maybe because I'm lifting a little bit earlier than I usually do. I don't know why I feel so off today. I think I might got like a lot going on. I don't know. I will say, I am just getting over a cold. So maybe that's all it is. Maybe that's all it is. I've been lifting the whole time though. It's not like I've changed anything.
Yeah, honestly, didn't feel that much different than the 225. 250, 225, both felt the same for the drop set. So, but I probably will start going to the 250. All right. Let's get it in. Let's de-rack. We're gonna do curls. I don't do anything over 7 reps. I bench 7 days a week. Sundays I bench just for that everyday challenge we've been doing for the past 27 days now. 315 every day, 7 days a week. But outside of that, it's 6 days a week, full body. Maximum of 7 reps is typical for my warm-ups and my drops. Everything else is singles, doubles, triples. So I do a lot of heavy work. Powerlifting is the goal, but there's no set program for me. I don't have like a set program. I just know what I'm gonna be hitting, and then everything's by feel, and it works for me. It works really well. So it works really well. All right. So my increase of bench press is done the same way I do all my other programming. It's always going to be sets of 7, single, double, triples. 5x5s are great. Don't get me wrong. If you like 5x5s, do 5x5s. Me personally, I don't. That's not what I utilize. But they do work. They do work. So 5x5s are effective. But I see an increase in my bench, performance with my programming. But 5x5s are like the easy answer most of the time. They're always generally going to work as long as you do them right, and progressively increase your weight. But I see that singles, doubles, triples have always been the common denominator. When I'm doing a lot of singles, double, triples consistently, I see a consistent uptick in my performance. So, all right. Let's do some curls, guys. Yeah, so generally, the most I've weighed, like historically, is 180 pounds. I bounce between 170 and 180. My PR was originally set the first time I ever hit 365, before I took, not a break, but I started just maintaining for it was last year, I was maintaining for the majority of it up until February. During that time is the only time I wasn't seeing increases, was from November, February-ish, maybe October to February. I can't remember when I started that maintenance period. And other than that, I was 174, 175 pounds when I hit 365 the first time. So now obviously increasing body weight, increasing body mass
going to help with increasing bench or any lift. But you want to put it on as muscle. Body fat, other than very few exceptions, there's very few lifts that body fat is a direct advantage. Is a direct advantage. It's very few. There are some lifts that it is a direct advantage, but it's not generally for my lifts. Keep your proteins high is going to be your key. A lot of people start seeing that and then they get concerned that they're losing strength. And the truth is, you're probably losing some because you're cutting, right? But a lot of the time, our losses while we're cutting can generally be, chalked up to low energy levels during the sets, right? So we have less calories, less sugar, less glucose, obviously. So our lifts feel tougher, even though if we were to go back to a bulking calorie for that specific session or that specific day, we'd probably lift close to our old numbers, maybe not exactly, but close. A lot of the time it's just the fact we don't have as much energy as we're used to in the gym, right? When you cut calories, you cut energy. Your body doesn't perform as high as it would if you were completely energized, right? So it's like, we don't lose strength if we miss a few hours of sleep, but we might feel like we're weaker, because everything feels tougher as our body's not at peak, right? So that food makes a difference. Every muscle, pretty much any muscle you work on in your body is going to have a similar way to make it grow, right? Lift heavy, eat enough, support it with proteins, things along those lines, right? If you're supporting your body with proper nutrition and you're lifting heavy on a routine basis consistently, you will see growth, right? So the type of lifting you do matters, yeah, but not in the way a lot of people think. You'll always, if you're exerting yourself physically in the gym, you're going to grow something. It's just how much, how fast, and what type, right? Those are the things. So. That's a full stack without the extra weight, by the way. 10 more pounds we're going to put on in a second on this little turn dial-y thing, but we got a full stack here right now. Hold on, full stack right now. I think that was 3. Woo-wee. Full stack and the extra now. All right. Ooh. All right, one more set of 7. We'll do single arms. I feel like I'm getting better. Health is a big deal. Health is work correct. Prioritize health early, The gym and your nutrition is like a retirement plan for your health. It's like a 401k for your health, right? So you invest time, energy, and funds into eating properly, and working out, and maintaining your health earlier in life. It's like a 401k. You're putting into how you're going to feel later. And a lot of people think that lifting is going to make you feel worse. You're going to have joint pain and stuff. There's not a ton of evidence for that unless you're lifting irresponsibly, right? A lot of the time, people are worried about joint pain or arthritis. Heavy lifting doesn't necessarily cause that. It's other factors that do that, right? Also, a lot of people say,
a lot of the time, oh, well, I was lifting properly and I got shoulder pain. Well, there's small things that may have been different then than are recommended now. And 20 years from now, I could have pains in my elbows and someone could have a solution for why that happened. Oh, well, the way you were curling back 20 years ago wasn't the way we curl now, and that's how we avoid this. It's always evolving. So, invest in your health now, invest in as much as you can time-wise, and it'll pay dividends in the future. Not just longevity, but also like quality of life as well. So you are correct. It's one of those things you should always prioritize. And sometimes we don't know that. A lot of people don't talk about that. If the 5x5s aren't working, try programming a little bit heavier, maybe less reps is what I would do personally. I can't tell you that's going to work for you, but I can say personally, I would program heavier, lower reps for my program, but that's how I usually run it. You'll see a lot of power lifters add in singles and doubles and triples like I'm talking about. And that's to progressively feel those higher weights. 5x5s will work, but it just might take longer. That being said, maybe singles, doubles, triples won't work for you. Maybe you'll feel like you're not, like it's not progressing, and it also could increase your risk of getting injured if you're not used to it. So I can't coach you over the internet, obviously, because I don't know your body, but that's how I would do it. I don't necessarily recommend that for you. I would get a coach and have them look over everything, even if they're just glancing at it. A lot of coaches are happy to do a single session with you and just help you work out some details. It doesn't have to be like a year commitment or something with a lot of these coaches. I've helped people out with their stuff just in the moment, See if someone can come and just take a look and like, hey, what could help this, So, and there's a lot of people in the gym that aren't even coaches. You don't necessarily have to get a coach. There's a lot of people in the gym that have been lifting for years, and you're just like, hey, can you come look at this and see, help me out real quick. And a lot of guys will do that just to do it. So I've definitely helped people out, just like seeing them benching correctly or squat or shoulder pressing correctly, make small adjustments. Hopefully, it pays dividends down the line for them. Maybe someday they'll see I'm doing something wrong and they'll make a recommendation to help me. Who knows? So. It's always good to help people, It usually comes back around anyways. So just ask. If you go to a public gym, look around. Look for the people that are lifting heavy. See if they've got advice. Always have someone that put eyes on it, A lot of people look to people online, and I'm online obviously, so people ask me all the time how they should fix things. And I could give some advice, sure. But your best resource is someone that can see it. I eat very clean, yes. I eat very clean. 300 grams of protein a day, about 5,000 calories, organic, very, very, very low added sugar. It's almost all from my bread products and a little bit of my protein powder. Kind of hard to avoid. But it's minuscule. No candies, no sodas. I haven't had candy soda in like 6 years. I don't do pork. I don't do vegetable oils. That doesn't sound like a good time, witch doctor. Synthol? That's one people don't talk about very often. That's not a great idea. That's a terrible plan. You could just lift weights. I imagine you're trolling with the synthol thing, to be honest. That was 5, right? Just 2 more. Well, that's up to you. If you want to look silly and if you want to look silly with synthol, look silly. I don't know. That's up to you, boss. That's up to you. And then you're not actually strong. That's the other thing. Like, you look big, kind of bubbly. And then down the line, you're going to have health issues injecting that stuff into your body. Synthol is not a good idea. And then on top of that, when someone actually wants to see how strong you are, let's say you're in a situation where you're like at the gym, and then you look like you should be able to bench 350 and you're benching 75 pounds, you know, it's embarrassing. If you look like you're benching 75 pounds and then you bench 75 pounds, it's not. But if you look like you bench 350 because you're injecting stuff and then you bench 75, you know, that's up to you. You do your, I imagine you're trolling. Not a lot of people come in here talking about using synthol. But it is obviously a terrible idea. Let's do a drop set here. And not only that, but this is we're natural anyways. And synthol is like as far from natural as you can get. Like way left field. Crazy, crazy. Feels good, feels good. Oh. All right. So what we got left, guys? We're gonna be streaming for probably another like 20-ish minutes, so let's see what we get done in that amount of time. We're gonna go do some shoulders like we normally do. I squatted yesterday and I did some leg extensions, so I'll probably do some leg press today, maybe. So we'll do shoulders, maybe some rows and or some leg press. So I'm gonna do a full body, but I still obviously, you know, I'm limited on the amount of time I can stream. And honestly, a lot of the time when we're doing some of those other movements that I normally would do on stream at other gyms, there's a lot of really crowded areas here, so I don't like streaming in those really crowded areas because the camera gets in the way, honestly. The bench, my shoulder machines, the racks for those, very easy to make space. All right, so we've done bench, done biceps, we're gonna do shoulders. What kind of shoulders is really the question now. So I did dumbbell shoulder press yesterday. That doesn't mean we can't do it again, but we can do machine, we can do dumbbell, we can do barbell. What kind of shoulders are we feeling today? Dumbbell? Everybody likes dumbbell. Everybody always recommends dumbbell, every time. I don't know why everybody likes seeing me press dumbbells more than anything else. Dumbbell is like a very popular one. And then sometimes people like to see the barbell. I don't like doing barbell here just because I like seated barbell. Let's do dumbbell. Let's do dumbbell. Because I did machine shoulders Monday. All right. Let's go find some dumbbells. And I feel like dumbbells are going to be the easiest option as far as like getting a camera set up, I'm going to be honest. So. All right, so now the question is, how heavy do we want to go on the dumbbells? All right. It doesn't look too crowded in here. Let's go over to the other side because I might want to go heavier. All right. We're gonna see how crowded it is first. Almost everything I do here is based on crowd when it comes to streaming. If you guys wonder why I stream, you know, from the gym only 2-3 times a week now, it's because generally there's a large crowd here. So yeah, there's no way. All right. I don't even think there's an open spot. Kind of is, but I'm gonna have people everywhere. Which isn't necessarily a problem. Now there's someone there too. I'm natural. I always recommend staying natural. Natural's the play.
All the racks are taken. God dang. All right, let's go back to the other dumbbell rack. I guess we're just not going to go quite as heavy today. I mean, they've got some decent dumbbells over there, so we'll be all right. That one has heavier dumbbells. I was thinking about going like 105, 110. All right. Let's get set up, guys. I'm gonna put us right here. Oh, I do a lot, actually. I've gotten past the point where I'm worried about that kind of trolling, to be honest. But yeah, I lift a lot, often. Let's we'll warm up. Just grab the 55s, get the shoulders moving because I haven't done any shoulder movement yet. I mean, we did a little bit of bench, obviously, that activates the shoulders, but it doesn't really work them super hard. Mostly front shoulder. So let's get the top of the shoulders active. Let's grab the 55s. I mean, you must not power lift very often then. Sounds like trolling if you're a power lifter. If you're not a power lifter, I could see where you'd make that mistake. But if you are a power lifter or know anything about powerlifting, you'd understand how that works. All right, let's grab the 55s. I was just assuming based on maybe you're just not super knowledgeable on the sport. That's fine too. Everybody makes mistakes, right? All right, let's grab these dumbbells. All right, 55s, something nice and light, get warmed up. Let me get my wallet / phone case out of my pocket. I don't think I'll damage it, but we don't want to either. So, and then my keys, hold on. All right, 55s, nice and easy. Right. I'm gonna go. There's 165 missing. We can't go 65 for the second set because that's usually my progression, 10, 20 pound progressions. Let's go 70. We'll go up to 70 for the second set. And then might go like 90, 95. I don't know. Just depends on how these 70s feel. So, all right, but let's go ahead and grab those 70s. That's the obvious first step, right? Yep. I'll tell you what, feels good to put these on my quads actually. They're still a little tight from extensions and squats last time. So it's like having a roller pad on your quads. All right, we're gonna hit these for set 7. Yeah, 70 pounds. Yeah. Feels good. All right. welcome back, welcome back. You missed it. I do have new workout clothes. I've got some stretchy. Oh my bad. I got some stretchy khakis. So I'll be back in the khakis in no time. I promise. Now I wore these tonight. It's got cold outside. These are real good, real thick. So. All right. We'll grab the 90s. Till 11. That threw me off for a second. I looked up. I was like, wait. No, I won't be live. I won't be live till 11. They close before 11 here, so it wouldn't even be possible if I wanted to. It is currently 8:28. I'm doing two movements. We're doing this, and then we're probably either going to do rows or we'll do leg press. One of the two. So I've been live for almost an hour now. So probably another 20 to 30 minutes tops. I think I might go live again tonight. I'm going to start doing some variety type stuff. Kind of mix up the gym streams because we only get to stream for a little while on the gym streams now. We used to stream for 2-3 hours at a time, so I'm gonna try and do some variety streams, like cooking. We played a gym simulator game the other night. That was fun. But just random stuff. Maybe some stuff with the chickens. I don't know. It'll mix it up. We'll be doing some lifestyle day-to-day type streams too. We'll still be doing the gym streams. That'll still be pretty much 99% of it, but all right. But that way you guys have more content, you know? More times to troll me. All right, let's go grab the 90s.
You had a setting. The setting was never bad for me. It's the lines. And the first time, close the door, man. How's everybody go?
You gotta go.
Now, first of all, what are we doing? Yeah, I'm part of that. It's like, you want to hear? Yeah, like we're in the house.
Oh, sick, bro. It's like, that's awesome.
90s. We're gonna get this Let's do 7. Let's do 7.
Hey, 7. You gotta be like we're in the house, though.
Okay, pick a little.
Hey, you gotta ask him. Pick him up. Don't do that with y'all did.
Hey, bro.
We need one more. We need one more. Ooh, give me a second. I'm used to having a mirror in front of me. I'm having to watch my floor and make sure I'm getting it. I feel good. Shoulder press is one of those things I watch my depth in the mirror generally. Don't have it in front of me right now. No, that's it. Dang it. Ooh. We're going to take a rest and we're going to go back to it. We got 6 or 7 on that set. We're going to get one more. We're going to get it. Why'd you remove your message so fast? It's crazy. I saw it though. I didn't see most of it. I do work out with them pretty often. They don't actually, Eagles. They don't. They're close though. Well, he's pretty close. Why is that glitch? Does it bother you? I'm allowed to record here. They're like explicitly loud. I know he goes. I think his PR right now, if I'm not mistaken, is 345. I was there when he hit 345 actually. All right, we got one more with these 90s. But yeah, glitch. It's a thing here. You're allowed to stream here. It's like a. I don't think you realize that no one really cares if you record in the gym, other than people that just really hate it. And the thing is the people that really hate when people record in the gym are the minority of people. And generally, if you're doing it properly, it's not bothering anybody. Like anybody you ever see on camera in my streams has chosen that. So I'm a coach actually. I feel pretty good, Mr. Pallet. I feel pretty good. I actually don't feel too bad. I'm actually a coach, and then I stream a few times a week. And most of the people that I'm streaming to enjoy watching me. They ask questions, things along those lines. Some people like watching others work out. It's motivating. Same reason people watch anybody else work out. You know, if you watch a gym video where people go in and, you know, challenge other people to the bench or whatever else, it's the same motivation level. So we did squats and extensions yesterday, Pallet, and we're doing leg press today. That's okay. You don't have to. You don't have to glitch. It's up to everybody how they want to be. Nice, Primer. Glad to hear it. It's up to everybody. It's just an interesting concept. So I would say that it's a weird thing to be vehemently against people recording and be angry for other people that aren't angry about it. Like no one in this gym is upset that I'm streaming. In fact, a lot of them come and work out with me on stream from time to time. I've been here a long time. I was the lead coach for this gym. I managed another one of these gyms before it was purchased by a different company. So I would say the opposite, Glitch. I would say the opposite. I've ran gyms and I've worked in and been either a lead trainer or a manager for gyms for the majority of the past 6 years. And I will say there is only ever been maybe, I don't even know if I've ever gotten a complaint from someone who's recording in the gym, an actual workout or streaming. And we have that happen a lot. So it's very rare, if ever. I think I may have heard once someone didn't like it, and it wasn't even like a complaint. They just mentioned offhand that the person was being boisterous and loud, and it wasn't about the recording. There's literally like 15 of these benches in here. And literally one next to me to the right, that's not in use. And my camera's within like 3 feet of my body. There's a clear path on either end. And actually everybody in this room I either know or know to some extent, maybe not personally, but I do know them a little bit, everybody in this room right now. Actually 90% of the gym. There's like 15 of these benches. This isn't a small gym. Like 15 of these benches. And like 8 of them are probably open. You're angry for people that aren't angry. Like, it's we need to come up with, it's a gym care. That's what it is. It's being a gym care, right? And that, I mean, that's one thing you've never seen on my stream that I'm aware of someone actually come up and complain about my camera. Never. And it's never happened off stream. Someone complained about my camera to me. Never. There's a gym that asked that I don't stream anymore because they stopped letting streamers in. And guess what? We don't stream from there anymore because that's how you do it. But this gym explicitly allows streaming and recording. So it's weird energy, is what I'm saying. All right, let's get this last rep that we missed. And then we'll go do probably leg reps. So we just gotta get 1 rep. I might do 3 just to make up for the lost rep, but we'll see how it feels when it's overhead. All right, let's back this up a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to send it like that. Best on it ever.
All right, same dumbbells, the 90s, 1 to 3 reps. We just did 6, we were supposed to get 7 and we didn't. So let's get at least 1 to finish the set. 3, if we can make up for the other missed rep with an extra double, we'll take it. Yep. All right, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Let's go do some leg press. Let's go do some leg press. All right. So we got some leg press to do. Let's go see if it's open. If it's not open, we're gonna do rows. But I'm hoping it's open. So, all right, we do have a leg press. We do have a leg press. All right. Boom, that should work. All right, start with a plate. Just get warm. Haven't done any legs yet today. And then we'll just add plates. We'll do like 3 or 4 sets. What's up, what's up? Another set.
Yeah. I ain't got my people set. Right.
You got good. You trying to get the Smith machine? Good. Good. Ah, gotcha.
That ball you spend more time on that grip on that one over there.
You right, yeah.
That's a better grip. Way better grip. No, take your time. I know. Okay. Okay.
All right, another plate. We got another plate on it. We got another one. There's 8 total plates right now, so we're gonna add another one with 10. All right, 10 total plates, plus whatever the standard is on here, which I don't remember. 103 start, plus 10 plates. Yes, I haven't competed yet this year. I've been super busy. I normally compete by April-ish. Probably gonna be June. There's a comp in June. The only thing between now and then, I believe, is a rookie meet. And it's already happened, but I don't qualify for rookie meets anyways anymore. So I can't go to rookie meets. But the first meet I can go to, I think, is June. And it's just an open. It's just an open. The rookie meets has to be like one of your first comps. So I'm no longer in that category. I've been in that category a while. So. All right. 7 more. Yeah, I still compete powerlifting. I just can't. I haven't been in a meet yet this year. Last year I finished out like fallish is when my last meet was. This year I'll go back to probably in June. In June will be the first meet. Yeah, I still compete actively. Well, we did shoulders, we did biceps, legs, chest. I'm gonna finish my workout up, but I gotta finish up relatively quick. I am gonna finish up the stream here in a second. What do we have left? We could do triceps real quick. You guys want to do triceps? Yes, the milk is room temperature right now. All right, let's do triceps. All right, we're gonna start 72.5, work our way down the block. Start at 72.5, work our way down the block. All right. Feels good. All right, we got this here. We're gonna hit this for 7, and then we'll go 95, which is the full stack. Feels good, feels good. Get a little bit of the room temperature milk. Actually, it's just above room temperature right now. Just above room temperature right now. Almost halfway through it. We'll get the full thing done usually before the workout's up. Sometimes I drink it at the end. But. All right. Well, guys, that is the stream for the night. Got some stuff I got to do. I'm gonna finish the workout up real fast, but I got to cut the stream for now. I got to finish that up, and then I got stuff I got to do. So I appreciate y'all being here. I'm planning on streaming again tonight. I don't know what kind of stream yet. I'm trying to do some variety stuff, give y'all some other type of stuff to watch. Lifestyle stuff, cooking. I did a gaming stream the other night. I'm doing all kinds of fun stuff right now. I think I'm gonna do another rock climbing stream at some point this year. That'll be cool. Just all kinds of stuff. Stuff that I can do without having to worry about like gym members, you know, because that's what is the limiting factor for me most of the time. So I appreciate y'all being here as always. I'll be back tomorrow probably with some kind of thing. And obviously keep an eye out. My bench press video will be up again tonight. We're doing 315 every day. Which means I've got to go back to the bench. I've already benched tonight. I've got to go back to the bench and find a way to make 315 interesting tonight. I'm running out of ideas. So if you guys have got any ideas, when you see the 315 video tonight for day 27, I think, when you see that video, if you have recommendations on how to make 315 hard again, all right, let me know. Well, it's unfortunate, Raphael. Just remember, Raphael, we're all going through all of life the first time around right now, as far as we know, right? So we're all experiencing the exact same level of everything for the most part, right? Everything's a new experience every day for everybody. And we all have our own unique experience, of course, but even the smartest, the most wealthy, the least wealthy, we all experience everything for the first time during this lifetime. That means you're gonna every good thing you experience, every bad thing you experience is an experience you may have never had before, but also other people may also have had or are going to have that experience. And there's always another side to that coin. You know, there's always a silver lining to everything, even if it's hard to see at times, right? Like when I got sick, had my neck cut, got surgery, but the silver lining behind that was an experience I needed in life to get healthy, and now I am where I am now with my health, right? That was a first time experience for me, but it changed my life, right? It was a horrible experience in a way, but then I also credit it as one of the best experiences I've ever had because it set me up for future success, right? I was in a real bad place as far as my health was concerned, and I didn't even know it. And having a surgery on my neck because I had a mass that ended up being benign was actually the motivational point for my life to be like actually healthy. You know, even if that mass had never appeared, I wasn't healthy at the time. And that mass appeared, I got my neck cut, they removed it, it was benign, but that was my wake-up call. And so now I can say that that surgery, what most people would say is the worst experience, one of the worst experiences you can have is a health scare like that, is actually one of the best things that ever happened to me. So, one of, not necessarily the number one thing, right? I have children, I'm married, and those are the best experiences overall. Family's great, you know, and God bless all of it. But it's one of those things of like, it was put, everything we experience in life can be used constructively for the most part. Whether that experience is horrible, which is never good, and I hope nobody never has to experience horrible things because we know it's a reality in tough times, or whether it's a great experience, we can all build on everything, right? And number one thing is just keep moving forward, right? And try and find a way to use every experience constructively, at least after the fact. Maybe not in the moment, but after the fact. You know, so. And we all have a lot of experiences we haven't had yet, right? There's a lot of things, no matter how exciting your life has been, how productive you've been, how unproductive you've been, there's always a new experience to be had. And we don't know if that next experience is going to be the best one, right? So tomorrow I could have one of the best moments of my life and I wouldn't even know what's going to happen until then, right? That's how I look at it. Every day is a new day, and every day there's a chance for something amazing to happen. We don't know. We don't know until it happens, right? So, that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. Day by day, brick by brick. So all we can do is build on ourselves and try and be the best version of ourselves in the moment. So sometimes that's hard, but you know, generally with time everything gets easier. Generally. So. All right, I appreciate you guys being here. I'm gonna head out for the night, and hopefully I was able to motivate somebody tonight. Let me know how y'all want to see me do 315 over the next few days. I'm doing 315 every night. I'm recording a video of it every night, separate to the streams. So let me know if there's any interesting ways I can bench 315 that I haven't already. Check out my other videos if you don't know which ways I've already done it. I've done a lot of them, like 25 of them, or 26 of them. This will be 27. All right, but y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Most likely. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but I'm going to try.